taking a few deep breaths. Taking this time to come into your place on the mat. And take your knees slightly wider apart, so if they're touching, just bring them out a little bit. And we're going to start with some really gentle movement. So we're just going to draw circles with the palms of our hands on our thighs, coming right up to the top and round in a circle, round the knees. Just beginning to build some sense of softness, some sense of connection with all parts of the body, and also creating a kind of circle with the wrists as well. And then we're going to bring the body into it as well. So as we inhale forward, we're going to lift the chest, opening the heart to the sky. As we exhale back, rolling around. Inhaling forward as we come to the knee, lifting through the chest. Exhaling, rolling the spine, touching the chin. Just moving through these soft, oscillating movements. And just noticing the core as well. So then as we exhale back, maybe getting that extra bit of suck through the low belly, lifting it up and back. As we breathe in, really flare the nostrils open, getting into that animal body. A lot of the softness that we find often we can associate with a bit of a feminine energy. So circling the spine and oscillating the spine helps us connect with that. Lovely. A few more times, really deep inhale at the top, maybe holding for a second in this open heart, holding the breath. And then as we exhale, pushing all the air out really fully and deeply. Lovely. And then stilling the hands, slipping the fingers underneath the heels. And we're going to create an up and down movement here, but you'll notice that this helps you lengthen through the arms, really pulling the shoulders back and down, opening the chest, and then drawing the belly in, rolling round. Just a few movements like this. Just finding that extra bit of stretch, lifting, letting the whole shoulders sink towards the floor. And then coming back to a stable position and just leaning the head from side to side. So I'll do it this way for you, leaning one way and then the other. Feeling that pull of the wrists. You can tuck your hands further underneath to get more sensation, but ooh, that's too much for me. I'm just keeping the fingertips under my legs. And you could maybe bring a little bit of forward and backwards motion here, creating some circles with the spine while we roll on it from side to side. Nice. Okay. When you're ready, releasing the hands, inhale, lifting them up. Exhale, bring them down into a W, spreading the hands really wide, lifting the chest. Exhale, coming down into a child's pose, and connect the whole forearm on the floor, hands facing down to start with, pressing on the ground and releasing the head for a moment. So we're going to relax into this child pose. If having the forearms on the floor means your bottom is lifting a little bit, that's fine. And some deep long breaths here, just doing a momentary meditation. And that meditation is going to involve breathing 3 times really deeply, inhaling fully and deeply through the mouth and then exhaling. And then we're going to move into just some core awareness, tightening and releasing the tummy, just drawing our awareness into our breath and our body. So relaxing the head, relaxing the shoulders down. And then as you inhale, feeling the back fill fully. And as you exhale, blow the air out, nose or mouth, it's fine, but really feel that power as you exhale. Tighten the core as you do so. Inhaling again, sipping all the air you can in, filling and filling and filling through the back body, right down into the spine, the low back. Exhale fully. Amazing. Last time, inhaling. And exhaling. Awesome. And then let your breath rest, the inhale and the exhale growing softer. Notice your hands on the floor, the weight of your body on the ground. And I just want you to pulse the low belly. As you inhale, release. As you exhale, squeeze it up and in. And start really gently, just a small motion. And then play with how tightly you can squeeze that core in. So you're drawing the belly buttons away from the thighs, and then how softly, just experimenting with the different ranges of activation you have there. And a few more breaths. Notice whether that sensation is positive or negative, and then let those judgments move away. This is just you connecting to your power, connecting to your support of your physical body. Awesome. On the next inhale, we're going to roll forward just a little bit so the shoulders are coming towards the wrists, and then we're going to exhale back, flip the hands to the sky, and roll forward again. So just rocking back and forward. Once with hands up, see if the shoulders can come towards the palms. Exhale back, flip the hands, palms on the floor. And again, notice the movement of the spine. Notice if you can engage the core. We're just slowly moving. There's going to be hard work later. Just starting to just gently wake the body up. Awesome. Lovely. A few more times like this. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your right hand, thread it gently through the gap between the left elbow and the knee and come into a fallen angel. So you're twisting towards the left elbow, hand reaching through that hole towards the left. Inhale back to center, a few more rocks forwards and backwards, flipping the forearms, grounding the back of the hands, and then the same thing on the other side. So taking that left hand, the gap between the right arm, and coming into a fallen angel. Nice. Inhale back to center. Exhale, push off the ground and come back onto the knees. And we're going to do this a few more times to build energy. Exhale forward, bend, rock. So the power is coming through the contact with the forearms on the floor. Pushing back onto the knees. Nice. Engaging that power, keeping the torso solid by keeping the core rock hard. Nice. And then tucking the toes, coming back onto the heels. Reaching the hands up, opening the heart. Lovely. Exhale back down. Forearms come down and you step both feet back if this feels good, or just one, depending on your level. So if your wrists are really poorly, just one is fine. And we're going to work from here, bending the knee forward and backwards. If you are super strong today, you can lift up into a plank on the forearms. And we're going to do some tiger curls from plank. So squeezing the knee into the back of the arm and then extending it out. Squeezing in, keep lifting in the core. Strong shoulders, pushing the elbows into the ground. For 3, 2, 1, before stepping that foot forward if you can, if you've got the flexibility. Otherwise you might need to come back to kneeling and step it forward. And come up into a lunge. Onto the fingertips, just doing some circles here. Circling the hips, exploring where you're feeling that sensation today. Awesome. One more second. And then exhale, forearms back down, rolling the weight into those forearms and stepping back, swapping legs. Nice. Finding that tented posture, pushing the elbows into the ground, drawing the core up, either tiger curling with one knee connected to the ground or standing all the way back and tiger curling from here. Use your exhale, really push the air out, squeeze that knee towards the arm. This is the bit where we can connect to our core as something that's strong. Nice. Whew. For 3, 2, 1, and the ultimate challenge, squeezing it forward, rolling the weight onto the opposite side as you step that leg into a lunge, or maybe you have to come back into your kneeling position to step that leg forward. Coming up onto the fingertips, and again exploring where feels good in the hips. Awesome. Okay, grounding those forearms again, stepping back this time onto the knees and doing that little push back onto kneeling. Tucking the toes, rolling up and back into a malasana. So I'll repeat that if you didn't see it. Have a few practices if it feels fun. And from here, we're going to do a little bit of wrist rehab. So I'll do it this way. Lying one forearm on the ground in front of you, bringing that knee down and placing it on the soft tissue bit of your arm, and then lifting one hand up. The more you lean forward, the more weight is going to go into that forearm to massage it. The more you lean back, the less. Exhale down, fingertips to the floor. Shift that knee along slightly. Inhale, lift, open the heart to the side. Exhale down, last time, onto the wrist joint. Be very careful. Lean back, maybe you stay here, just propping yourself on the floor. If you're strong, lifting up. And exhaling down, fingertips push back into your lovely malasana, swapping onto the other side. Line that forearm down in front of you, maneuvering so that knee is on the fleshy bit. Just don't do it onto the joints of the elbow, just after it. And again, propping onto those fingertips, maybe that's enough. Or inhale, open into the side. Breathing deep, stretching that hand up to the ceiling. Exhale down. Inhale up. Nice. Exhale down, adjust that knee. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, pushing off the fingertips, coming back to that malasana. You should be around the back of your mat, and then super slowly reach forward, suck the belly in, and press through the heels, lifting up to a chair pose. Inhale, reach your hands up. So we're going to start our main flow now, starting with a really strong posture. Tuck the belly, lengthen the low back. Really strong deep breaths here. Find your Ujjayi breath. Imagine that breath is moving up and down the spine. As you inhale, it's lifting. As you exhale, it's grounding, engaging the glutes, pushing into the heels. On the next inhale, shifting the weight to the left, bringing the right knee in towards the chest, standing up. Exhale, reach that right leg forward, lean back with the body, slowly step into a lunge. Breathe here. Grounding, breathing. Draw the belly up and in, square off the hips, shrug those shoulders away from the ears. So if you need to kind of take an inhale, squeeze those shoulders up, and an exhale to release them down, really to get that sensation of letting go. When you're ready, inhale, lean forward, and we're going to twist the torso towards the bent right leg, keeping the hands lifted. This is super challenging. If you need to prop one forearm, that's fine. But this is all about keeping the core tight, hooking the belly button away from the thigh while extending the spine forward. Breathe. Extra challenge is to push onto the toe of the back foot, maybe even lifting it up into revolved warrior 3. That's a lot on the glutes, so don't worry if that's too much. For our next bit, I'm going to come this way to help you understand it. So we're bent in that bent leg warrior 3. Then we're going to open out to the left and come into ninja on the left-hand side. Awesome. Roll to a seated position and bend that knee in line with the other knee to come into a seated forward fold. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Twice more. Inhale, open the chest. Feel that spine unrolling, keeping those circular motions going that we started the class with. Nice. Inhale, lean back now, placing the sole of that left foot on the floor, reaching forward to stand up into a wide-legged stance, long edge of the mat. Take an inhale, my favorite posture, just spreading the arms, spreading the legs, deep breath in. Exhale, press the hands out, anchor the feet, shrug the shoulders down the back, engage the core. One more inhale. Exhale, knitting those ribs down towards the pelvis, feeling strong. Inhaling now to lengthen the hands to the sky. Exhaling to forward fold. Maybe you bend the knees. Maybe this is a little bit of a break for you. We're going to do this flow on each side, and then we're going to repeat it again. Slightly more flow-like. Maybe bring the forearms to the floor. Maybe this is time for you to play with pouring the weight into the forearms if you're okay with that. If you're doing that, then I want you to take those elbows just in front of the toes, lean forward, tent the ribs towards the ceiling. Maybe it's time for you to play with headstand, taking the top of the head down towards the floor, shifting the weight and lifting up. Or maybe it's time for you to chill. You choose. You got this. If you're in headstand, leg variations are an option. Do what feels good to you. This is time for you to connect with what feels amazing with your body. To do that, take deep breaths. If what feels amazing for your body is staying still, that is the practice. When you're ready, everyone grounding down, exhaling to the floor, back onto the feet, feet to the floor. Inhale, slowly roll up. A moment in that big open star position, hands up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands forward, facing the toes to the front of the room. Nice. Spending a moment in this lunge, maybe taking the back knee down, maybe opening the hand. And then from this lunge, everyone back knee down, pushing back into a kneeling position. Awesome. Toes are tucked, flowing straight through to the other side. Swooping back, this time coming straight into that chair pose. Feeling strong here. 3 big, long breaths. Notice what feels good. Shrug those shoulders down the back. Engage those fingertips to the top of the ceiling. Lengthen through the head. Breathe deep. And when you're ready, this time left foot comes up into the chest, right foot straightens. Straightening that leg forward, exhaling as we plant it on the ground, coming into our lunge. Take a moment, find that stability, reset up the feet if you need to. And again, you know where we're going, so take a moment, maybe bend a little deeper into that front knee, drawing up in the core, cupping down in the ribs, connecting to that wonderful core you have. When you're ready, reaching forward with the hands and twisting towards that bent knee. Hands out, or maybe we rest the front forearm on the knee. Stretching back through that back leg, stretching through the finger, breathe deep. And again, maybe you want to come onto the tiptoes of the back foot, push into the heel, maybe you want to lift that back foot off the ground. Oh, it's really hard. When you're ready, exhaling down, unwinding so that we bend the right knee into a ninja. Awesome. And you know where we're going from here, bum to the ground. Twisting that knee in, coming to a forward fold. Breathing here. This is your time. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the ground underneath you. Maybe you need a moment to just let go of all the activity in the body. Maybe you need a moment to really turn everything on and feel alive. Open the eyes wide. Breathe through flared nostrils. What's honoring your experience today? What do you need? When you're ready, inhale, rolling up, propping that right foot onto the floor, and again, leaning forward, reaching, coming up into a wide leg forward fold, and spreading the hands. Teaching people to take up space is my favorite part of the practice. Again, using those exhales to feel connected to the floor. To sink those shoulders away from the ears. Using those inhales to stretch through the fingers. Really breathe into the full expanse of the rib cage. On the next inhale, reaching the hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward folding. Again, maybe we want to bend the knees, bring the forearms down to the ground. Maybe we want to play with forearms down this time. I'll demonstrate it this way if that's where we're going. Forearms down to the ground, tenting the rib cage, rocking forward, gazing towards the toes. Maybe we bring one knee in, maybe the other one comes off the ground. Maybe nothing happens, maybe you're resting, that's amazing. Again, just rocking that weight into the forearms is amazing. You're getting a real stretch across the back of the legs because your legs are in a wide open forward fold. You're beginning to strengthen through the arms. And then when you're ready, everyone feet to the ground. Inhale, roll up. Spread those hands wide for a moment. And then cartwheel your hands to the front of your mat into a lunge. And again, maybe we bring the back knee down and open. Maybe not. Wherever you are, taking that back knee to the floor, pushing off the front, coming into a kneeling position. I'll untuck the toes and just take a minute with the hands resting on the thighs. Shrug the shoulders back and down. And breathe. So we're going to do that flow again. There's loads of energy there, there's loads of strength building. But we're going to take a little break in between to open the heart and to strengthen the arms. So when you're ready, take an exhale, plant the forearms down on the floor. Draw the away, protracting the shoulders. Tuck the toes, press up into a dolphin. So this is option one. Maybe you stay here feeling strong. Maybe you do chin touches towards the ground. Keep the ribs knitted in, keep the core on. This is a core exercise as much as anything. Or maybe you want to take an extra challenge and come onto the fingertips of one hand and the forearms of the other and just move from here. Keeping the balance is the key bit here. Maybe we lift a hand, maybe we lift a foot. So this is your time to play with that arm strength. I'll demonstrate the variations again if you want to have a little look at them. Straight dolphin, dolphin on fingertips, dolphin on fingertips with foot lifted, dolphin and hand lifted. Take a breath. Keep tucking that low belly up and in. Keep shrinking the shoulders away. Take a break in child's pose when you need. A few more breaths on one side and then making sure you've swapped over to the opposite side if you're doing on fingertips variations. This is your time to play. This is your time to focus. Nice. Breathe, relax. Awesome. Everyone coming to find a child's pose. Surrender, whatever happened, however many judgments ran through your head in the last few moments. Exhaling, letting them all go. Knowing that your body is just a vessel. What it can and can't do is none of your concern. We're just here to enjoy, to marvel that you're still living and breathing. Inhale, roll up. Really slowly let everything drop. And then exhale, slowly move forward onto the belly. Take the left hand, stack it under the shoulder and across in line with the short edge of your mat. Push into that left hand, bend the right knee and reach back. Taking your hand to the inside of the foot, opening the shoulder. First of all, pushing out into the hand. And then if you're feeling strong, you can even bring that knee in and begin to square the shoulders to the front. Release the head and neck for a moment. Maybe you're just not holding the foot. Maybe you're just supporting yourself on the fingertips and sending the hand up, sending the foot up. Take one more inhale, open the chest. Exhale, release, slowly coming down to a neutral position. Crossing the right hand across the front in line with the short edge of your mat. And swapping over, coming onto the fingertips of the left hand. Maybe sweeping back and grabbing the foot. Pushing out to open the chest a little more. Using those inhales to lift the chest up and forward. Keeping the low belly engaged and pushing almost the pelvic bone into the mat to protect the low back. So I'm really pushing down. And again, option here to squeeze that foot in to the glute and try and straighten the shoulders to the front. or maybe just staying where you are. A few more breaths, and then exhale, release. Taking a moment lying on your belly, forehead's propped, ready for the next flow. I'm going to repeat the one we did before. When you're ready, hands under shoulders. Heel yourself up onto your knees. Roll back to kneeling position. You know where we're going. Flipping up onto the feet. Coming into a chair. This is going to be a little bit faster. If you lose your way, slow down. This is your time to explore. Strong. You've got this. When you're ready, pushing into the left foot, bringing the right knee into the chest. Exhale, stepping it forward. Inhale, lifting up into your lunge. Exhale, lifting forward and twisting. Holding here for a breath or two, drawing the belly in, experimenting with lifting the foot off the floor. And then inhale, leading with that left arm coming back onto, I'll do it this way for you, the left foot into your ninja, rolling into a forward fold and breathing here. When you're ready, inhale, roll up, placing and planting that left foot on the floor, coming up into your amazing star posture, I'm going to call it. Taking an inhale, feeling all that power. Exhale, grounding through the feet. Inhale, hands come up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold, your time to experiment, your freedom. Awesome. Maybe we're taking a forearm stand, maybe we're taking a headstand, maybe we're staying still, maybe we're swaying from side to side to the music. Mopping our hair across the floor if you're anything like me. Awesome. One more moment. Feet to the ground. Inhale, roll all the way up to your star. Exhale, cartwheel your hands forward, bending the front knee, bringing the back knee down. Inhale, open the heart to the sky if you like. Exhale, stepping back into your kneeling position. Back into your chair when you're ready. Rolling over the toes. Breath here, feel your strength. We're nearly there. Focus forward. Fix your gaze. Find your determination. Press into the right foot, lifting the left knee. Stepping that left foot forward. Find your lunge. Breathe there. Reaching forward with the hands, twisting towards that bent leg. Maybe the forearm helps prop you. Maybe you're playing with lifting that back foot off the floor. Engage that core. Inhale, open. Up to the long edge of your mat. Exhale, fold. Your time to play. Your time to be restorative. Your time to be loving. Again, maybe you play with just squeezing and releasing your low belly. Little massage for your internal organs. One or two more moments, everyone, feet to the ground. Use an exhale to really ground you. Inhale, lifting the hands up, opening. Exhale, cartwheeling the hands to the front of the mat, bringing the back knee down. Inhale, lifting, opening. Engage that low belly, hook the hips forward to protect the low spine. Exhale, stepping back onto the knees. Inhale, up into your chair pose. We're going to walk forward in this chair. So we're going to roll, keep the hips low, keep sucking the belly in, walking all the way to the front of the mat. You've got this. Awesome. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to chest. Take a moment here. Awesome. One more active thing to do before we come onto our back. We do a bit of cool, and then we move towards relaxation. Breathe. Feel your heart beating underneath your hands. Nice. Inhale, right leg comes up, bending at the knee, standing on the left leg. Exhale, press the right foot back, tap the ground. We're going to do 3 kicks like this. Take an inhale back, and then as you exhale, bring that knee forward. Inhale here. Exhale, foot back, Inhale here. Exhale, keep it. Inhale here. Exhale back. Inhale here. Exhale, kick. Engage the core. And place it right down on the ground. Give everything a jiggle out. Same thing on the other side. When you're ready, moving the weight. Bringing that knee up towards the chest, opposite side this time. Taking an inhale. Exhale back. Leaning forward, straight line with the body. Core knits in, rib cage sucking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, press the air out, knee comes forward. Twice more, inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Lovely. Moving a little bit faster on that one. When you're ready, grounding your feet. Take an inhale, lift your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, melt down into your malasana. But we're going to have a slight difference here. We're going to tuck the wrists into the knees. Don't know if anyone can see this. Bringing it around, tucking them down and under. And we're just going to imagine we're playing the piano with the hands, rocking from side to side, looking like little goblins. I like that. Channel that goblin energy. Awesome. And we should start to feel the wrists begin to release. Nice. And then we're going to link the hands like this and pull outwards with the knees. So we're linking the hands in between us if we have the flexibility to do so, and pushing outwards with the knees so we find that length through the wrists. And then change the orientation of the grasp and do the same thing. Nice. Really goblin energy is great. Release, exhale, release the wrists and bring your bum to the floor. Coming into a extended leg forward fold. New part of the class. Take a breath. Maybe rock the wrists down on the thighs. We're going to rock and roll backwards. I'm going to demonstrate first if you want to look forwards. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to take an inhale. Lift the chest forward, slight forward fold. Exhale, scoop the belly, scoop the low back, roll onto the back. Inhale, lift the legs up and over. Exhale, feet to the back of the room. Nice. Inhale, lift the legs back up. Engage the core, lifting away from the ground. Exhale, super slowly down into our low boat pose. Inhale, forward fold. Who's ready to do it with me? 3 or 4 times, depending on the speed you're engaging with. When you're ready, inhaling, lifting that chest forward into that forward fold. Exhale, scooping the belly down, rolling onto a low boat. Inhale, lift those toes up, press the arms down into the ground. Exhale, taking it over into a plow, tipping and tickling the floor with your toes. Inhale, come back up, really reaching towards the ceiling, engaging the low belly. Exhale, super slowly down into that lovely boat pose. Inhale, lift up. And again, exhale, roll back into the boat. Inhale, lifting through the legs. Exhale, touching the toes behind you. Inhale, back up. Exhale, super slowly down. Keeping the shoulders grounded, attached to the back. When you're ready, inhaling up, forward fold. One more time, maybe twice if you're going quicker than me. Exhaling back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, toes touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll boat. Inhale, up. This time we're going to exhale, fold forward for 5. Rock from side to side, release the body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rolling all the way back, coming into a low boat, maybe holding the legs if you need to, holding here for 10. 9, extra challenge, you can knit the feet. 8, 7, keep driving the core down. 6, 5, release the shoulders away, maybe propping on the elbows if this is too much. We got to like 3, 2, 1, exhale, release onto the mat. Big breath out, biggest breath you can take, just exhaling, emptying the lungs. A well-deserved feeling of the ground beneath you. Allowing the eyes to begin to soften, the jaw begin to soften. Letting that belly begin to soften. We're just going to stretch out through the legs One more little rehab in the wrist, and then we are in Shavasana. So with an inhale, lifting the right leg towards the ceiling, pushing through the toes. Nice. With an exhale, bending that right knee and coming into a reclined pigeon. So holding the ankle and pushing the knee away, but keeping the foot active. Now, if you're super flexible, you can bring the foot into the elbow nook and you can relax back like this, rocking from side to side. So your knee is at a 90-degree angle. You're keeping that right foot really active, really strong. Any twerks in the knees, release and just hold the ankle and hold the knee and rock it side to side. Nice. Awesome. When you're ready, those of you with the foot in the nook, come to just hold the ankle on the outside. We're going to take that foot and just bring it all the way over towards the floor. Opening that back side of the glute. The more extreme you want it, the more you can push that knee away from you, but this is a really strong position anyway. Inhale back to center, that leg goes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, super slowly control it down, like you're cutting through the air with your foot. On the next inhale, lifting that left leg up, and again, bending at the knee, sending that knee out towards the left, maybe holding the ankle and the knee, rocking from side to side. Maybe if you're super flexy, I'm way tighter on this side than the other one, you can bring the elbow in contact with the hollow of that left foot and bring that foot in towards the body, but be so careful with the knees. Breathe here. Nice. Just sinking with the exhale, letting the back relax towards the ground, rocking gently through the knees. And when you're ready, those of you with your foot in the nook of your elbow, releasing to just hold the ankle, hold the knee, and bring that left foot all the way over towards the right, planting it on the floor, holding the ankle there so it doesn't slip out, and you should feel that kind of opening in the back of your hip. If you can't feel anything, you can begin to push the knee away. Relax the head down, release into a more open and relaxed posture if it's too much sensation for you. Inhale back to center. Gently outstretching that leg, carving it through the air to bring it down. Bringing the hands by your side, tucking the shoulders underneath. Wonderfully. And we're just going to bring both hands up for that last bit of rehab. I'm going to send the palms towards the ceiling, interlinking the hands and pushing the shoulders away, stretching through the fingers. And keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Let the fingers slowly release your grasp and then do it again. So interlocking the fingers, squeezing them together, and then sending the palms up towards the sky, pushing, 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 and feel that stretch through the fingers and feel them slowly release. One more time. Interlocking the fingers, pushing the palms up towards the ceiling, pushing and pushing and pushing towards the ceiling. The fingers start to slide and release. Shake the hands out. Relax the hands by your side. Relax the feet across the floor. And this is the next few breaths to do any last movements you want, any last postures. Maybe you're in the mood for a shoulder stand. Maybe you're in the mood for a back bend, a heart opener. Doing any last movements you need, maybe windscreen wiping the legs, maybe screwing yourself into a little ball to feel that tension, and then exhale, releasing and relaxing the body down. Explore. Today, I think I need a back bend. And then using the next few exhales to come and move towards your Shavasana. Today I'm taking my Shavasana with my feet out towards the edges of the mat, my knees knocking together, my back connected to the floor. And if you're focusing maybe on the sensations that you're feeling in the wrists today, you can bring your glutes and just sit and place pressure onto the wrists, and that can feel really good. Tucking the shoulders underneath to keep an open front of the body for your breath. Begin to close the eyes. Begin to let the rise and fall of your chest take your attention, carry it away into the body. Feeling your facial muscles soften, feeling your eyes heavy, moving back in your head, your whole face relaxing, your tongue falling to the base of your mouth, your jaw easing back with the force of gravity. As you inhale, feeling that sensation of lifting, of energy moving from the base of your spine up to the top of your head. As you exhale, that feeling of grounding, that energy moving from the top of your head right to the base of the spine and the floor, almost coming up to meet your body, that sensation of gravity moving to increase its support for you. And you can either stay here, allowing any busy thoughts to drop to the back of the mind and allowing your attention to focus on how it feels to be alive in this body right now. Allowing any thoughts that you don't need to be there to just drift by. Repeatedly bringing that attention back to the sensation of the air on the skin, the breath, the rise and fall. And I'm going to invite you to join me on a visualization. You don't need to do so. Those of you who are joining me, I welcome you to picture someone in the strongest moment in their life. A moment that's taking pure strength. I encourage this person to be you. You when you felt your strongest. You when you felt your most powerful. But if you struggle with that, if too many images of the opposite come arising up from the mind, which they often do, and you can't sigh them back, then maybe focusing on another person. Maybe it's someone displaying physical strength. Maybe it's someone displaying great mental strength. Maybe it's even an element in nature, the sea, the wind. A tree with a trunk so thick you can imagine no axe could ever get through it. A tree rooted so deep that you can imagine no wind could blow it down. Whatever image is arising in your mind now, holding it there, breathing in, feeling the space and clarity in the front of your head. Taking those deep inhales 3 times, picturing that thing, letting the cool clarity enter, open your mind. Exhaling fully. One more time, inhale, deeper and deeper and deeper. This time as you exhale, let that image float away with the breath out and come back to the body. Begin to move your body. Begin to hear the sounds near and far, to feel the air on the skin, to come back to being you. Maybe rolling the head from side to side, maybe stretching, maybe rolling onto your side and curling into a tiny little curled fetal position for a moment, just feeling that whole round connection with yourself. And when you're ready, joining me in a seated position. Thank you very much for sharing this practice. It was more challenging than I anticipated it would be.